Hello and greetings to everyone and each of you. My name is Peter from unfortunatelebalance.com, and today I'm going to show you my beautiful, very old piano. Its nickname is Nikolai. It's over 170 years old, and I invested some money to refurbish it. And as you see here, those are the tuning needles, the tuning screws. They're almost a little bit over 200 of those. And you see the hammers and the silencers. That black thing here moving is the silencer. They silence the note once the key is released. As you can see, some of those keys have 3 strings. The lower voice tones are only 1 string and maybe 2 strings. So here you see the hammer. It's moving. It's pressing against the string from below. That's the way a hammer piano is working.
Today we are going to tune the piano, and you need a tuning hammer for it. It's called a hammer. I don't know why you don't do it like this. It's like a fancy screwdriver with a special geometry for perfect fit on the tuning screws. And you will watch me a little bit. We have loads of keys, and almost for every key there are three strings. Some only have 2 strings, and the very deep low voice strings have only 1 string. But I always start from the middle, where every tone has 3 strings, and they need to be perfectly aligned in tune. So it's a lot of work, but I committed to doing this. And once the piano is tuned perfectly to 432 hertz, then we're good to go. Because according to Nikola Tesla, 432 hertz is the most perfect, best frequency there is. Let's try. At this moment it's tuned to 435 hertz. So let's see how the piano does when I do it a little bit lower. And what else do we need for tuning the piano? We need rubber silencers, because I can only tune 1 string and the other strings must be silent. So it's like a clamp, you put them in between the strings, so only 1 string of each tone can vibrate. There should be more. This bag is a bit too small. There it is. Yep. And I also have rubber cones like this. I will show you what they do in just a second. And that's a soft band. You can also work with this, but it takes more time. I prefer not working with this.
So, first of all, we need to find the key with the label A4. It's in the middle. So when we say we tune an instrument to a certain frequency, we will always mean and refer to the note A in Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La. I think it's La in the Italian note version. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si, Do. Yeah, it's La. And once we have found that, we put the clamp on there, and then I have a tuning app on my mobile phone. It's called Piano Tuner. And what I'm doing now, I'm preparing an offset, because normally the worldwide standard is 440 hertz. So those are 440 vibrations per second. That's the international standard, but very old instruments of the epoch of Mozart and Bach, etc., they were not able to sustain those today's standard frequencies, so they were a little bit lower. And my old piano here was probably tuned to 330 or 335 hertz. In past times, they all did that by ear. They had a standard vibrating fork that gave off a certain tone, and with that they tuned the piano and the instrument. Today we have fancy tools like mobile phones and tone measurement tools and microphones. They basically do the work for us. And once we have prepared the offset, so now I have set the app to 432 hertz. And then you can start by moving the tuning hammer on the screw and pressing the key. You do that as long as necessary until those moving square black dots on my phone stop moving. So once the tone is perfectly aligned, it shows me that on my app. So in continuation, I will speed up the video, because from now on the process is the same for all those 200 and something tuning needles. The complete process lasts around 4 to 6 hours. It requires also taking some breaks in between, because otherwise you go mad. In the background you see my boys, so I also have to stop because of them, because of course they don't stand tinkering around with the keys the whole day. They wanted to watch a movie, etc., so I had to break as well. So now we're on full speed. So you see it's me again putting those clamps there, tuning the tone, removing the clamps, resetting them, tuning the other string, etc., etc. I could do this also with my ear, but it takes a lot more time then. However, the complete process takes a complete day. In between, sometimes I play the piano because I need a break too. I will stop talking now and put on some music, a recording of me playing later that day. The piece is called A Conversation Between Two Snowflakes. Sit back and enjoy. So now that we are finished, I will prepare for the recording and I will show you how my setup is working. I'm putting back together the piano, I'm setting up the tripod. I'm using two cardioid pattern electret microphones. They only need a small battery for working. And I'm using a Casio recording device in PCM format. I will at the end show you a picture of it for your reference. As you see, I struggle with the tripod. It's the microphones, they weigh far too much for that type, but at the end I found a way. This is the setup, so you only have that tiny recording device and the microphone. I used the headphones on this, and now enjoy the concert, The Daily Hustle.